Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, how are you today? I hope you are doing great. Thank you for coming here and want to see our presentation. But first, let me introduce my group. My group are me, Benediktus Satriya Mukti, then my friend Ahmad Fajarudin, then Hasbi, then Faza, Iman Imron, and nurvan Hendriansyah. And we are group 1. Now, we would like to talk about startup at Indonesia. Next. Now, I want to explain the definition of a startup. Startup can make ordinary people familiar with the term, but in fact, many people often have difficulty distinguishing between startup and business online. Moreover, both of them are run their business by utilizing technology internet. What is a startup? Startup is a company that is running for less than 5 years, or a company that has just started. Most of these companies are companies that are newly established and are also in the development and research phase to find the right target market and get a large profit. In other words, a startup is a company that has just been founded and is in the development and research phase of finding the right market. Regarding its existence, startups are often associated with entrepreneurial figures through the creativity possessed by the entrepreneur who became the founder. The startup was able to create its market. At present, for the digital community in Indonesia, the word startup is a business that has just been established and is developing supported by digital service and still need a lot funding to operate with a minimalist work group. In Indonesia, many have sprung up to entrepreneur young create business startups that have unlimited innovation and creativity. Next, if we hear the word startup, what's on your mind? That's right, these names are player startup in Indonesia.
The history of startups development in Indonesia. Next, in year 1998 to 2000, there were many .com-based companies. In February 2009, Tokopedia was founded. Then in October 2009, Gojek was founded. And in the 2009, Bukalapak was founded. And in the 2005, Traveloka was founded. And in the 2016, the government was founded. 1000 Digital Startup Movement. And in August 2016, Gojek became the first unicorn in Indonesia. And in 2017, Tokopedia and Traveloka have the title of a unicorn. In April 2019, Gojek became the first unicorn in Indonesia. And and now in 2020, Indonesia have more than 2,000 startups for unicorn and one decacorn. Next.
Peter Tatman's action on the startup. Do the company act in less than 3 years? Less than 20 of all, less income than $100,000 a year. Companies that are in growing state. They generally operate in the field of technology. The product made are all digital application. General operate using website. Meanwhile, in our country, Indonesia is hope has been classified by three big companies to us. One startup education application, two game creator startup, three and commerce startup, or commonly referred to as commerce and information. Next.
I will explain how to set up a startup. The first point how to set up startup is find a business idea. According to Neil Blumenthal, startups are companies that have a vision to solve social problems. Therefore, it is clear that innovation is inseparable from this type of the company. It is that's true. You want to build a startup, make sure that business idea you have has the potential to solve a social problem. For that, try to start looking for ideas from the environment around you. Pay attention to what often disturb the local community. From there, you try to shoot and find several possible solutions. The second point is create a business. Business plan is mandatory. A business plan makes a marketing strategy more concrete, like which build long-term plan and milestones. However, apart from containing matters, a business plan has more practical benefits. This document can make it easier for you to get one and further support. The third point is find source of fund. Even though startups are considered an idealistic business, it does not mean that funds are not important. Business is business. You need money to reward the people who work under you, pay for monthly needs, and innovate to grow your business. The fourth point is friendly-minded people. In the early days of building a startup, with whom you discuss a crucial point going forward. People with a similar vision will you help you a lot in this initial process. They don't have to be ones who agree with everything you think. They think the means these people have the same vision to build a startup and connect to society. Therefore, they may have different approaches and insights. This is what you should because they can contribute ideas and innovation to improve startup. The fifth point is build offline and online business. When the startup is built, of course you want to business to exist and be many people. This building an offline business is essential. For offline business, you definitely need a office. Designing a comfortable office for all your talents. Provide first facility that support work needs. If you have a excess budget, providing internet facility can also help work of burden or work. The sixth point is maintaining a relationship with customer. New entrepreneurs are usually busy attracting new customers. Sometimes they forget that it's also important to retain customers to become loyal. Due to the fact promotional effort bringing customers are more capitalized than being loyal customer. The last point is don't give up. The one tips on glitch. Yes, we understand, but you will really need in the future. Business is not match. In business, 1 plus 1 can be equal to 2, 3, 0, minus 1 or whatever.
Startup at Indonesian. And the first is Gojek. Gojek was initiated by Nadiem Makarim in 2010. The company, which is under the auspices of PT Aplikasi Karya Anak Bangsa, is the first Indonesian startup to win the unicorn title. Then, Tokopedia. Tokopedia, a startup that focuses on online to offline e-commerce. Tokopedia is the second unicorn startup from Indonesia after Gojek. And the third, Traveloka. Traveloka was founded by Ferry Unardi, Derianto Kusuma, and Albert Zhang in 2012. The startup that focuses on travel and hotel reservation is claimed to be the first Southeast Asian travel startup to hold the unicorn title. Then, Bukalapak. In fourth place is Bukalapak, an e-commerce startup founded by Ahmad Zaki Nugroho, Heru Cahyono, and Fadli Rashid in early 2010. And OVO, Minister of Communication and Information Rudiantara, at the 2019 Cyberclassy event held last week, said the OVO had become the new unicorn from Indonesia after the fourth companies. Finally, thanks for your attention and thank you for your watching the video.